Hey guys, welcome to our channel. Please click the subscribe button and click the bell icon and never miss another update from Almighty Java.
In this video, we will see how to implement content negotiation using the WebMVC configure. There is one more video I have created about content negotiation, so watch it if you have not yet watched. Before going further, let's see what is content negotiation. Content negotiation is a concept that allows the same URL to serve the same content in various formats because it is not always possible for the server to return data in the requested format. That is why it is called the negotiation. Content negotiation is the process of selecting the best representation for a given response when there are multiple representations available. Content negotiation is performed at runtime to determine the media type formatter to be used based on the return the response for an incoming request from the client side. How does content negotiation work on the web? There are two ways to do content negotiation. Using accept by adding the accept as part of the headers that we already covered as part of the earlier video. Using URL by appending the media type in the URL. That could be path extension or the query string. Let's implement it. I'm going to continue the book REST API project. So let's run this project. Server started successfully. Let's open the readme.md file. See, here are the sample of URLs. Let's quickly check the output of this GET request. See, it is working and returning the one record. Now add book ID also as part of the URL. See, it is also working and returning the book details. But the response always is in the JSON format. What if I want the response in the XML format? Then as per the current implementation, it is not possible. But we can achieve the same thing using the content negotiation. Not only response, we can accept the request also in different content type. But in this video, I am focusing only on the response. As in the slide, I mentioned the two approaches. First one I already covered as part of the earlier video. In this video, we are not going to use any of the third-party jar files or the dependency. So instead of that, we will create our own logic to handle content negotiation. But don't worry, we are not going to write the complete logic by our own because Spring provides an interface and that interface has a method and the method name is the configure content negotiation. So we will provide the concrete implementation for the configure content negotiation method and add content negotiation logic with the help of some classes provided by the Spring framework. So first, let's add a new class in the config package. Class name, let's say WebMVC config. This class will implement the WebMVC configure interface. Now click on the finish. First, annotate this class as configuration and add one more annotation to enable WebMVC. Now let's override the configure content negotiation method. Remove this default implemented code. Content negotiation configure class have some methods, so let's call one by one. First, let's call the favor path extension method. And here let's pass true. Now call the ignore accept header method. And here also pass true. Now let's call the default content type method. And here pass media type application JSON. Now let's call media type and here pass XML and media type application XML. And again call media type and here pass JSON and media type application JSON. So as per this implementation, it accepts the path extension, ignoring the accept header. Default content type here we set JSON, and for media type we are considering two media types like XML and JSON. I hope this implementation is pretty much clear for you. Now we need to add some more changes, so let's open the resource interface. Here for find by ID method, the get mapping annotation, let's add the value before the ID and add produces also. And for produces, let's add XML and JSON both. Now let's save the changes. Server restarted. Here we need to add one more change. Let's open book class. And here let's add one more annotation after entity, and the annotation is the XML root element. Let's see for find by ID method, response is changing or not based on the path extension. See this URL working as earlier. Now let's append the XML also as part of the URL. Now let's try. See, it is working as expected. Same way, if we replace XML with JSON, then it will return the response as JSON. Now let's remove the one.xml. See, it is returning the JSON response as expected. Now let's see how to implement the same thing for this request. If you have watched the earlier video, then when we executed the books request, then it is returning the XML response little different because it is generating the tag for collection, and that is little difficult to parse. So for this kind of request, implementation is a little different because we have to implement using DTO classes. So let's create a new class and the class name, let's say books. First, annotate this class as an XML root element. Let's extend the array list. As you saw, in the case of books URL, it is returning the collection. That's why we are extending the array list. Let's add the serial version UID because the array list is implementing the serializable interface. Now let's add a default constructor for books. Let's add a method, and this method will return the list, and the method name, let's say getBooks. Annotate this method as an XML element and return this, and that's it. Now let's declare one more method in the resource interface. Change the method name from findAll to findAllBooks. Add produces also as part of the get mapping. Now let's override this method in the book resource IMPL class. Now let's add a simple implementation to findAllBooks method. Let's create an object of books class which I created inside the DTO package. Now let's call addAll method and pass the book service.findAll. Now let's return the response entity. Here just return books. So instead of declaring the new method in the resource interface, we can directly create a method in the book resource IMPL class. And here itself add the get mapping annotation. See, here is the sample code. So this way also we can achieve the same, and that's it. Let's try now. See, old URL is working same as earlier. Now let's append the JSON. See, for JSON is working as expected. Now let's replace JSON with XML. See, it is returning the XML response. Here also one thing you can observe, like books tag is repeating. So for second books tag, we can change the default behavior also. And here is the idle response format. So for that we need to add the name also in the XML element. I hope things are more clear to you. Now let's create a copy of this request, just showing you the demo of whatever we added for the find by ID request. Things are working as expected. Just now we have seen the path extension example. Now let's see how to do the same thing using the query string. Let's comment this code first. Now again call favor path extension method using configurer. And this time value must be false. As I said, now we will pass the extension using the query string, then need to call the favor parameter method. And here let's pass true. Now call parameter name and pass the key. What are we going to pass using URL? So here I am passing media type. So in URL key must be a media type. Now rest of the things are the same as the commented code. And that's it. Let's check now. First, let's duplicate this request. Here you can see earlier we are passing like one.xml, and now let's use like media type equal to XML. Let's try now. See, it is working. Let's change XML to JSON. See, it is working. Let's try to do the same thing for books request. See, now the earlier way to passing the extension is not working. So let's pass using the query string media type. And see, it's working. and it is working for JSON also. I hope things are clear for you. Everything is working as expected. Other small changes also I told you how to do that. Let's stop the server. Let's review whatever we added. So this method declaration is not required. But if some kind of scenario is there for multiple resources, then it is required with a generic name. So it all based on the requirement. I hope this another way of implementing the content negotiation also clear for you. Here I am just adding the comment. So if you are going through code, then this will help you to understand. As you can see, I added all the formats. I hope things are more clear to you. I committed the changes. I will show you from where you can find these. So let's open our GitHub page. See, here are the changes. I hope this video is helpful for you. That's it for this video.
Please like and share this video. Subscribe our channel. Thanks for watching.